I have been trying so hard to post videos daily for Vlogmas, and my views have gone down from 3,000 per video to 300 per video. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One is that generally people's views tend to go down in December because so many people are uploading, whatever. You know, that seems to be one of the reasons. And another one, hold on, my cat is stressing me out. Come here. The other contributing factor to why my views have dropped is because I was doing van life with this channel for the past 2 years, and I recently quit that. And I told people from the get-go that van life was not my long-term goals, and I guess maybe that's why my channel didn't grow as fast as other people's, but that's just it. I have goals for my life, and living in a van for the next decade is not on the list. And it's a fun thing to do, but it's a very difficult thing to do, especially when you don't have money, and I need to, you know, kind of get my shit together. So then I was like, okay, what else can I do with this channel since people are here to watch van life stuff, and that's not what I'm doing anymore? Well, first question is what am I doing? And the second question is, what do people want to see? What do people who want to watch van life videos want to see? From what I gather, people who want to watch van life videos, and you guys obviously can correct me if I'm wrong, want to watch things that are like outdoorsy and stuff. And that's in alignment with one of my main goals, which is to buy land. I like the whole cabin in the woods aspect. I like the homesteading thing, and that's one of my goals, is the homesteading thing, to, you know, buy land and live off grid. And I feel like that's something that I can do with this channel. The problem is, in order to get there from where I was, is a process that isn't as exciting. Well, it's not as exciting for people who want to see outdoorsy stuff, because a lot of it is me sitting in my laptop inside a sticks and bricks location. So what are my plans? What are my goals? Because that affects where this channel is going. So in a nutshell, this is what happened. I got to my cousin's, moved in, with the intention of staying here temporarily until the original plan was to stay in the van and to just come here for the winter so that I could have Christmas with my family. And then when it got warmer, I could jump back in the van and head back to BC. The problem is there were several issues, but one of the main ones is a medical condition that I'm not going to get into here, and I've told you in other videos why that is. Don't guess. I will delete the comment. Okay, if you know, just shh. Okay, or if you have an inkling, just shh. Okay, just shh. With your guesses, I will delete the comment. I've explained in other videos why I'm not going to talk about that now, but something I'm going to refer to as a medical condition that I'm dealing with has led me to have to make different decisions. So there was that. And then there was the fact that I started feeling like I needed to sell the van or get rid of the van. And there was issues with the van that I couldn't afford to fix. And winter was coming, which means that I would have to pay for new tires, winter tires, and the BC registration insurance thing, however they have it over there, expired. So I had to make a decision as to what I was going to do with the van, if I was going to, you know, renew it over in BC, expecting to leave Quebec within 6 months, or what, because I was not going to be able to get it registered in Quebec because it was not going to pass the inspection because I could not afford to fix it. So I listed the van and realized after meeting a few people, and they took a look at the van and they pointed things out, that the van was really not in good shape, and that it's not about not being able to like sell it to someone who was naive. Like, they would have to be naive enough to buy it in the shape that it was in. And I wasn't willing to do that, to put something, like put anyone in a dangerous position or whatever. So, and I received a message from someone that, like a scrapper, a mechanic or a scrapper, who was willing to take the van for a very decent price. So that's why I ended up scrapping the van, because I wasn't going to make much more off of selling it, and it would have been bad for whoever bought it, most likely, you know. And so I just decided to scrap the van. It was as if, I swear to you, it's as if this whole thing was divinely orchestrated, and there was absolutely nothing I could do to do anything differently. From the point of leaving BC and getting here with all the fires and just perfect timing, and then the medical thing that came up, and then the insurance and the registration, and the van basically falling apart and having to get rid of the van. And also I sold the van just in time to like pay an important bill, and it just seemed to be forcing me in a certain direction. And then I've been essentially stuck here, even though the original plan was to stay here, to be here until after the holidays. It has been not fun being here. I love my cousin. My cousin is like my favorite person. However, there have been other factors making it very stressful to be here. And yet I had no way to leave, because if I left, first of all, the medical condition, which I'll explain it all in another video, the medical condition was making it impossible to go out and work and therefore afford rent and everything else if I was to rent an apartment, which was the original thing that I was trying to avoid by staying here in the first place, because I didn't want to rent an apartment. That's why I wanted to stay with my cousin for Christmas and then leave, so that I could just get back in the van and not rent a place. But now it seems like I might have to, but the medical condition was making it difficult to leave to go get money to pay for rent. And so I'm here all the time taking care of this situation that is dire. So basically, I'm waiting for this medical condition to either resolve or to resolve one way or another. And until that happens, I'm essentially homebound. So it has been... Oh, come here. Come here. No, stop it. Why do you do that? Here, go on here. My God. Why you gotta mess with my flow here, guy? Besides those things, there were other factors. Like, I tried applying to a bunch of places for work online, work from home, stuff like that. And things just were not working out. And again, it felt like it was divinely orchestrated to push me to do the only thing that I had left, was to finish my book and publish it, which I did. Then after I published my book, I'm like, okay, well, I still can't leave, so I can only do what I can do, which right now is to make videos. But what am I going to make videos on when my channel is no longer about van life? And my my life right now isn't particularly interesting. So I decided I wanted to do Vlogmas, because it's something that I've actually wanted to do for a long time, and I just never did it because it takes so much work. And originally I wanted to prepare for it before December because it takes so much work, and that just didn't happen because of all the other factors going on. And it was a few days before December 1st, or maybe 2 days before December 1st, when I was basically having a nightmare of a time. And I guess maybe partly to encourage me to distract myself from my pain, my cousin was encouraging me to do Vlogmas. He's like, you said you wanted to do it, so do it. You know, why don't you do it? I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'm going to do it. So I start doing Vlogmas. But this other thing that I'm dealing with is basically keeping me up all night a lot of the time. It's just very, very tiring and draining. And so it was just getting harder and harder. Not just that, but all the effort that I was putting into Vlogmas didn't seem to be paying off in terms of views, which, and if you don't understand the views thing, views is how YouTubers get paid. We don't get paid by subscribers, we get paid by views. So if I'm not getting any views, I'm not getting any money. So working a whole day to make a video and then making like $2 off of it, it doesn't feel like it was worth the effort when I was already exhausted and stressed out, and I just felt like you can see it in my face in my videos where I look like I'm not really having any fun. And it's not that I'm not having any fun, it's that I'm so tired and stressed out that if it feels forced. So why are my videos not getting very many views? Partly because your views go down in December, and partly because I changed niche, and my subscribers, a lot of them, don't seem to care much about any of the stuff that I've been posting lately. So I guess constructively, it's actually been a good thing to post these random things, because I've actually been able to kind of get test what people want and what they don't want, or what they like and what they don't like. My viewers seem to absolutely hate DIY stuff, or not all of you, but some of you enjoyed those videos, but the majority of my subscribers did not watch the DIY videos, and that's fine. It tells me something. It gives me information that that's not what you guys want to see, and that's fine. You did watch the video that I did about being single on Christmas and being alone on Christmas, that I was basically talking to you guys like this, which is also information. But I feel like that's because it was a relatable topic. It's something that people struggle with, and so that's something that I want to touch on in more videos, is stuff that people can relate to. I don't know if anyone's going to watch this video. I don't know if anyone's going to think that this video was fun, but I mean, if you are watching it, this is for you. I'm posting it for whoever wants this chat, wants this dialogue or whatever. I guess I'm calling it a dialogue. I mean, you guys are actually talking back in the comments, so it is technically a dialogue. It's a monologue. It's a monologue with a little bit of feedback from you guys that I appreciate very much. The other thing is that I started to kind of hate the videos that I was posting. I actually, when I did the Jesus tree one, I'm like, this is the worst video I've ever made. And then you guys really liked it, even though not a whole lot of people watched it, but the ones that did, you guys really, really liked it. I was shook. But that was pretty cool. But then the one after that, I'm like, no, there's no way. I'm too tired. This is not working out. I just got progressively more exhausted, and so things weren't as funny anymore and stuff like that. And yeah, but it also kind of gave me a taste for what I could do in terms of making my videos more funny, because I like being funny. I am pretty funny a lot of the time. Like, I can be super, super dry and like not funny, or I can be really funny, and I enjoy making videos like that. And so this gave me permission to do that, and a lot of that's in the editing, but it gave me permission to be kind of more on myself. The winter snowstorm one, for some reason, got 100% likes, so that was pretty interesting. I'm kind of shocked about that. But that was kind of just like my day. And so maybe that's something, I kind of feel like that's something that's an interesting way to do things, is to do like daily vlogs or frequent vlogs that are really like a day in my life kind of thing. But what is interesting about my life that I could potentially film every day? Like these videos, I was planning an activity that I could do to make the video interesting, but they weren't necessarily a day in my life. Like, there are some people that vlog a day in my life videos, and they have a ton of subscribers who love their videos, but I find them extremely boring, and I cannot make videos that I find boring. That's why these last couple videos in my Vlogmas series were like starting to get to me, because I'm like, I don't love this. I prefer to, even if the video's not going to do that great, I prefer to love the video. I want to love the video, or at least like it, at least think it's publish worthy. And I feel like that last video I did was not it. It was not ready. And then I was just like, I can't keep going. I can't keep forcing this. So I'm just going to touch on, oh no, what happened to my computer died. Hold on a second. It's plugged in, just not to the wall. So I'm just going to touch on some of the things that I have planned for this coming year, or even just the next couple of months. So I'm basically like talking out loud here with you guys to tell you what my thoughts are on the direction of this channel. I'm thinking vlogs, like daily vlogs, are probably not every day, but kind of like day in my lifestyle, but with the themes of the things that I have going on in my life, because I need to be doing something interesting with my life. And here's the problem, the big problem. I can't do that the way my life is right now. I cannot daily vlog my life with the medical situation that I'm tending to right now. It is not interesting, very repetitive, mundane, and depressing. And also, like I said before, not something that I want to put on the internet until it is resolved. But I feel like in the next 6 to 8 weeks, I should be able to at least make changes, major changes in my life. I have to, or I'm going to end myself. But I have to make major changes in my life in the near future that will make it easier for me to vlog my life. I think that within that time frame, that the medical situation will be different, and I will not be here, so I will be more free to talk about my life. I want to get my finances together, and I'm sure that there's a lot of you that can relate to that, and talking about going from absolutely broke to, you know, hopefully starting several businesses. Some of the stuff I have planned for next year is kind of boring vlog wise. Like, I'm going to make an audiobook. I'm going to make a workbook for the book that I have published. If you don't know what it is, what I'm talking about, it's called Unconditional Self-Love, and it's on Amazon. Go to Amazon in your country and you just look up Unconditional Self-Love and you'll find it. But I have that book published in paperback and Kindle, but I'm going to be making an audiobook for Audible, as well as a workbook that can accompany that book, and that's not terribly vlog worthy. So I want to do things that are more like visual and active or whatever. A couple of the things, I'm just going to touch on this really quickly here, because I will get into them more deeper in a different video. But one of the things, so there is a land project that I want to talk to you guys about, because it's something that you guys can get involved in. It's not just me buying land and whatever. I actually have a much bigger idea that you guys can join in on, or at least other people. Like right now I'm in Canada. I will most likely, not necessarily, start in Canada and do this thing. It's essentially like building an off-grid community, which sounds kind of like I'm starting a cult. That's why hopefully you'll watch the next video I do on this topic, where I explain it further. And I'd like to do it in different places as well, because I'm in Quebec now, and so if I do it in Quebec, I don't want to live in Quebec. I've said this multiple times. I hate it here. I don't want to live in Quebec. And what I want to do is I just want to kind of like get that together and then move on, build the infrastructure, and then be able to leave it, and move somewhere else and go do other things. That's the plan. I have a lot of ideas. I'm planning a refuge, an animal refuge with a friend. I want to do a soap business thing. These are things that would be much more interesting on a vlog. So those are the things that I'm going to put a lot of energy into this year, because even if I don't fully realize them this year, in the pursuit of them makes for better content. And a lot of them are going to be related to outdoorsy stuff, because going to buy land is an outdoorsy activity kind of thing. I think my vlog this coming year will be a lot about challenges related to finances, businesses, off-grid stuff, homesteading, that kind of thing.